Yes. We are back to where it kind of began. Mr. Franko Carino from
What's up?
episode 3.
What's
How
up,
are you, my man?
everybody? Good, man. Good, man. Enjoying this lovely weather we're having in Florida today,
Yeah,
Jacksonville, Florida.
slightly nicer than here, but I did, as I said to you off camera, get to go to America and experience some fine weather there in April. So, as an
Yeah,
Irish guy, very pale skin, we just kind of spent our days kind of hiding where there was shade, maybe under trees and things like that,
yeah.
because we
Dallas
don't
gets
get a
pretty hot.
tan. We don't get a
Yeah.
tan. We just go red.
Right.
So, so we have to avoid that.
Nothing
Man,
a little whiskey won't fix.
there was a lot of whiskey involved. I think 10 a.m. every morning till
Nice.
close. So yeah, we enjoyed ourselves over there, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Living the
when
dream.
the, living the dream a little bit, but still recording podcasts in my conservatory, surrounded by children's toys. But someday we'll get there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Before when we talked last, you were about to release the single "Big Crunch," and
Oh yeah.
how did that go for you? And have you been able to do any
It
solo stuff since?
it went really well, but unfortunately during the pandemic we couldn't tour behind it. I couldn't do any like DJ shows or anything. It reached top 10 on Beatport, which I was like blown away by. Top 10 techno releases, I believe.
Yeah,
So that was amazing. Like I've never had a top 10 anything really, but yeah, it was awesome. Unfortunately, kind of hit its max because of the pandemic. We couldn't, like I said, there was no shows going on. There was no nothing we can go do. We had a bunch of plans for some DJ sets. We had some VR things planned, but it just never really panned out because it went really well. Ever since I've released some more stuff in the meantime, and I'm currently working on a drum and bass project with some other local producers here in Jacksonville.
yeah.
It's gonna be a live live drum and bass band, which is gonna be great.
So you're in the middle of kind of putting that together and hopefully getting a tour going at some point with it.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. We probably got like 4 songs right now, and like I'm auditioning singers on Thursday. So, and the name, I can't say the name yet, but the name's a little Bullet Club homage, I'll say.
Oh, nice.
So
Little bit of the wrestling involved in there
yeah,
as
I'll have a
well.
little wrestling tie-in, of course.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I put out a song a couple years ago. It's called Too Sweet. So
Man, when I was talking to you off camera, I said I'd done a DJ show in Dallas, okay, and it
yeah,
was at 5 p.m. on the Friday, so people were kind of going to SmackDown. It was
yeah,
quiet at the start, but then as it came to like 9 o'clock when I was finishing, the bar started getting busier, and then I started playing a few Irish songs, and people that had no idea what was going on, but they were all kind of caling and Irish dancing around the place. It was cool. But
that's awesome.
while I was there, they were building a wrestling ring around me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then a band came up after me called Kayfabe. So they were dressed as like, one was dressed as Hogan, one was dressed as Michaels, one was dressed as Mankind. And what was the other guy dressed as? I can't really remember, but they're all dressed as wrestlers. And they
That's
were singing
great.
they were singing like really heavy songs about wrestling, but not naming people or anything like that. It was just like, say one song could be called Turnbuckle Smash, and they're just like
Right.
in this death metal vocals and everything. It was really, really funny.
That's awesome. I've
Yeah.
been meaning to go down to to Hogan's Hangout. It's like 3 hours from here, and Jimmy Hart hosts karaoke every Monday. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
see that with Nick Hogan.
yeah, and I tell a couple of buddies of mine, I'm like, why haven't we gone down there? It's only 3 hours. Like, we should totally go. Just, like, how amazing would that be? Even if we didn't sing, just to be like, oh, there's fucking Jimmy Hart, like, working at a bar, like, doing karaoke. And then Nick Hogan, yeah, that'd be cool. And of course, Hulk is always there.
Yeah,
So,
he's always there as well.
I've seen times also where Ric Flair's popped in and like just hanging out, and I was like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
as
on
a
the bucket
wrestling fan,
list.
that'd be a huge place. I've been to his store in Orlando though. He has a shop in Orlando, but it's not a full blown restaurant and bar thing. So maybe one day in Jackson we'll get a Limp Bizkit restaurant or something.
I see.
That'd be awesome.
I seen on your YouTube channel as well that you were doing a few content going around to various bars and things. You want to tell people about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing that a little bit. I kind of stopped for a little while. I had a channel called Wandering Star, where so basically my idea was like people around the U.S. they kind of shit on Florida a lot, you know. So my idea was like, oh, I want to show people how awesome Florida really is. There's so much more to hear, more to Florida than just Disney and NASCAR. You know what I mean? We have so many beautiful natural parks. It's really just a cool culture here. Like it's very relaxed and very just easy. Like there's not a lot of the other cities like Jacksonville and even down to the Keys, Gainesville. It's just there's a lot of culture and a lot of it's not a bunch of dumb rednecks. So there's
That's
there's
what
more
I've.
there's more to it. So like I was trying to showcase that, and some of my favorite places, but I just kind of stopped. I haven't done it in a while.
That's that's what I
Yeah,
found when I went to Dallas as well in Texas, because in the media over here, it was some of it was filtering over from America that, oh, Texas and Florida are crazy and everything is open there and
yeah.
shit is wild there, and it was kind of bad press what I was reading. But when I met everyone over there and the local people, I thought this place is cool, man. There's no
Yeah,
problems here.
yeah, Texas is awesome. Like, I mean, you have your politics aside, but that's anywhere. But like, you're not living day to day based off politics. Like, you still have to have some kind of way of life, to make it worthwhile. So, like, San Antonio, Texas is beautiful. I've always loved that place. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of showcase and be like, why don't you check it out before you talk shit, you know?
Yeah.
So,
When I went to Texas as well, I went to see a band from Finland, and they were actually
mhm.
playing in Dallas in a venue called Amplified Live. Really lovely venue. You walk in, it's just a normal bar, and I said, "Where's the stage? Where's the stage?" So you walk out into an outdoor area, and the stage was outside. It's absolutely
Oh,
beautiful
cool.
place.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got to
Yeah,
experience a
and
concert over there.
everybody's pretty nice too. You know what I mean? Like, especially here, I feel like people in Florida are very friendly. We like to drink, we like to party, we do
That's
some
kind
wild
of like
shit
us.
sometimes. Yeah, I always compared Florida to Australia. We're very similar, like mindset.
Yeah, I think you
and,
might be
and,
similar
and
to Ireland as well.
yeah, and well, I say Australia because all the we do have some animals that'll kill you. Very much like Australia. I was driving. I was driving the other night, and there's a fucking alligator in the middle of the road. Like, I've lived here for 25, 30 years, and that was the first time I've ever seen a fucking alligator in the middle of the road. And I was like, oh my goodness.
What do you
It's
do
pretty
in a
cool.
situation like that?
Just I went around them.
Did you call
it,
someone and say, "Look, there's an alligator in the road," or
I
is it
checked.
just normal?
I told my friend, there's a fucking alligator in the road. And I wanted to go back and look and see if it's still there. He was gone. But yeah, just chilling in the middle of the road. You know,
Yeah,
probably 5, 6 foot alligator. You know,
fucking hell,
pretty
man.
pretty
We've
good
only
size.
cows and sheep really over here. That's really
Yeah.
it.
Oh, we have snakes, we have scorpions, we have bats, we have spiders this big. There's all kinds of
Fucking
crazy shit here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how was the pandemic for you? Not being able to kind of do what you love.
Um. Well, it was only it kind of sucked. There was but like we weren't closed very long,
Yeah,
so I was still able to go. Like I would go do karaoke and stuff to like just go and go through the motions, I guess, just to keep singing or something. But like I was still going to shows and stuff for the most part. I kind of just buried myself in work for a while, and then I feel like it was kind of shitty up until this last January, and then everybody was just like, "Oh fuck it," you know.
yeah,
Nobody's wearing masks, nobody's doing anything anymore. Everybody's got their shot, so everything's fine. But I mean, other people had it way worse. You know,
yeah,
a lot more strict than what we had here.
yeah. They're actually talking about here today to maybe bring masks back for a while, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Really,
I thought the ship was sailed.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know.
I don't think anybody here gives a shit anymore.
No,
I was in.
no.
I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and there's people not wearing a mask in the doctor's office. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like some of the
definitely back
doctors
to
weren't
normal.
wearing. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, okay, it's like that. And I had my mask on still, just out of habit, you know.
Mhm.
But other than that, it was. Yeah. Like I've
Yeah,
said before, like I've said in the past, like Florida was during the pandemic, it was the Wild West. Like nobody really gave a shit. Like you had the people that cared and the people that were like, you know, covered up to the fucking teeth and and rubber and stuff and face masks. And then you had other people that just like, if I get it, I
yeah.
get it.
And I think like when you were looking at data and stuff like that, it proved really that there wasn't really much of a difference between like a state with looser rules and a state with tighter rules. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we had a lot of cases, but all those cases were high tourist areas. Those Miami and Orlando. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
we have international flights and we have all the ports where everything's coming from everywhere else. So I think that was a big contributor versus somewhere like I don't know, fucking Nevada. Where
mhm.
all you have is Las Vegas versus like the rest of the state, and you're landlocked, so you're not going to have as many cases. But you're not having as many people travel to you.
Yeah,
So I think that was a big part of it here. So that's why we
yeah.
got a bad rap too. I think. You know.
Doesn't bother me, but it probably bothers some people, sensitive
Yeah.
people. But anyway,
Oh yeah. I
enough
don't care
talking about
anymore.
enough talking
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
bullshit.
Fuck that guy. That was
Yeah,
bullshit.
exactly. Back on the road with Limp Bizkit anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
What did that feel like after, I suppose, all that stuff and then being back doing shows?
It was I think Fred like every other day, and I was just like, I remember that first day. I was like, I feel like I'm home. You know, like I left for a little while, and then I left for my son because my son was very young, and I didn't want to
Of
miss
course.
those early years. Um, but then, like, I had the chance to go back, and it was just I didn't tell anybody. I just went. I talked to my attorney, and was like, he's like, "Yeah, you're free to go," and I went and did it, and it was fucking awesome. It was just like right back on the bike. Like I got there my first day, had my microphone set up, and everything was cool, and it was awesome. And a lot of this, you know, I tell people a lot of times that like I never really have seen Limp Bizkit as being famous. Like those guys are just like my buddies, like close
Yeah.
friends. Like they're family to me. So um, it was weird not being able to see them for 2 years because of the pandemic, and then I missed out on a year of touring uh, when they started back up. But then like they had a lot of the stupid rules for the pandemic too. So
Yeah, it was
yeah,
very
it's fucking
difficult.
awesome, man. Like, and be able to play new songs, and uh, we did some change ups on one of the songs live, and it felt like I was back where I belong, for sure. Even though I was hiding this tour, like
Yeah.
I was totally hiding on purpose.
I seen
Yeah,
you. I seen you on like some video on YouTube, and I was like, there he is. Yeah, because you kind
yeah,
of like under a little part of the Lethal setup, kind of, wasn't it?
yeah. So Lethal had a big riser, and I was like off to the side behind Sam, and I had my microphone behind like a light truss, so you couldn't really see me unless like. And I always had a hoodie on. Um, just try to stay in the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And what?
just fucking awesome, man. Limp
Yeah,
Bizkit's the best band ever.
I agree. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I
Yeah, there
agree.
you go.
I don't know if I showed you that last time, but yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree. But what was the kind of reaction from people to be back at proper shows?
Oh, it was a blast. Like people were, you could tell everybody was relieved. Like everybody was just back full in the mosh pit, back in the swing of things.
Yeah,
It was just, it was awesome to see everybody just like let their hair down again and not be on edge and not have the restrictions or be 6 feet apart or whatever the rules were. like you got to be on your own riser or whatever the fuck they were doing, or your own blanket. But it was yeah, seeing mosh pits and seeing people react again, it's just fucking. It was really cool. It was really cool. A lot of fun. And then we're at a long European tour coming up soon. So
Yeah, it's a mega long European tour. So like,
yeah,
are you guys staying over in Europe then for 2 months basically, or is there little gaps in between?
no, it's 7 weeks straight.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
solid. Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
it's festivals and your own shows then as well. It's kind of a nice
yeah.
mix of
It's
both.
gonna be it's gonna be a mixed bag. I don't know if there's any Ireland dates. I
No,
hope
there's
so.
not. That's why
Really?
I'm coming to Holland to Tilburg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
you gotta
was
let me know and I'll.
we'll get have a few drinks, but
Yeah, absolutely.
I was looking for gigs, and then I was like, Tilburg, it's in Holland, it's just about an hour from Amsterdam, so we'll have our
Yeah,
fun there.
yeah. And Tilburg's great. That's a great
Yeah,
town.
I've never been.
We had rehearsals there for like a week before in the past.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's. I'm excited to go to Europe because um, as much as it's nice to tour and do shows in the U.S., there's nothing better for a musician than European fans. Maybe South America, like very close, but like
yeah,
just Europe is just a fucking another level, man. Like
yeah. I think the
Germany,
band.
fucking Ireland, UK. We're doing 2 nights in Brixton in London, which is like
Oh, too.
one
Yeah,
of the greatest venues in the world for just to go see a band. I saw the Prodigies playing this summer. Like they're doing like 4 nights in at the Brixton also.
and what way is that working? Have they got someone
I have
new in the
no
band?
idea. I have no idea. I know they've been working on a record,
Yeah, they
but
always put on a fucking good show.
I'm very excited to see how it's going to be without Keith. Keith's
Yeah,
been a big part of that for since Fat of the Land. So it's
yeah.
probably gonna be more like it was in Jilted Generation days, but we'll see.
I've never
Either way,
seen
I'm
those
excited.
guys. I've never seen those guys do a bad show, so I wouldn't even be
Oh,
concerned,
dude,
even by missing someone like Keith. There's
yeah.
going to be something. They're going to have
There's a
something
hand,
big planned.
yeah. There's a handful of bands that like it's just undeniable live, and I've always said this like with Limp Bizkit, you can't miss a Limp Bizkit show. The Prodigy and Rammstein, like those are the three
Yes.
shows that you can't. If you hate all three of those bands and you go there and you have a bad time, there's something wrong with you. Because
Well,
like
here's
those epic bands ever.
here's the thing about Tilburg as well. I'm going with two guys that don't really know any Limp Bizkit. I've only been showing them like YouTube clips and stuff like that, and they're not
Yeah.
into rock music. So it's going to
They
be.
will be.
They will be. They will enjoy it.
Yeah, they will be. As soon as they hear Hot Dog Live, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm in."
Yeah.
That's
And
what I
when the
always tell,
beer
tell people.
when the beer and the weed kicks in, man, and you're there,
Oh,
we'll be
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Because
absolutely,
it's legal there. It'd be rude not to obey by their laws in Holland.
absolutely. I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah. The
When in Rome,
band
right?
obviously exactly.
Yeah,
The band's style obviously when they came back with this whole dad vibes thing, and you've got a new stage set up, and the music video Steel Panther was awesome, all that kind of stuff. Like
yeah,
this is just another kind of way of I can't even describe what dad vibes is as a Limp Bizkit fan, because if
yeah,
somebody seen it that didn't understand it, they just wouldn't get it at all. But I think
yeah.
it's the guys having fun with still playing music at their age. Like, is that pretty much what it kind of boils down to?
They kind of like Fred is 100% probably this. I mean, he's the smartest guy now, and he he knows how to make a character or um, how to make a slight change that makes a significant impact. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like just with the idea of putting John off to the side this tour,
Yeah.
it was amazing. Like you've never seen that. Like, and then now a lot of bands are like, "Oh, we're gonna put the fucking drummer off to the side,"
Really?
Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of people look at Biscuit for ideas and don't really give credit.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, Fred's very smart at like, what's gonna change, what's gonna make this different, but still fun and still functional.
Yeah.
Um, so, and him and Wes both are just very with the big inflatable that Wes had drawn up from the artwork. Just very smart in how they go about doing stuff, and just very caring in the whole package of it all. You know.
Yeah. And then there's the element of the audience participation then as well.
Oh
And
yeah,
I seen like a kid that was like what 10 up doing break stuff one of the nights over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like the stuff like that and the
That
stuff
was
that you
amazing.
mentioned. And the AEW guys coming up to sing what was it, Full
Yeah,
Nelson and doing wrestling moves on the stage.
yeah.
Like, you just don't know
It's
what's gonna
funny. So,
happen.
so I saw when we were in Madison Square Garden, I saw Sonny Kiss in the front row, and I was wearing my Dark Order hoodie, and I was like, oh shit, there's Sonny Kiss. So like, I walked and gave her a bottle and like a set list and some pics, and then like I gave her the fucking Dark Order and pointed at my hoodie, just so it didn't look unwarranted or whatever. Just like,
Yes.
so, and then she was backstage later doing pictures, and then she came to another show, and then we started following each other on Twitter, and then this other guy, a friend of Fred's, had this idea, or no, he said, "Hey, we're going to be in Vegas before the big AEW pay per view. A couple of the guys want to come." And I was like, "Dude, that'd be fucking awesome." And then they had the idea. It's like, "Hey, you're friends with Sonny Kiss. Reach out." So I hit her up and was like, "Hey, blah blah blah, come to the show," and then took her right to Fred's dressing room. Then I went out and ran into John Silver and Chuck Taylor and brought them straight to Fred's dressing room. And then they had all the ideas, and it was fucking so surreal, like because
Two of your
you know because and I was wearing the Dark Order hoodie too. So like I walked up to them. I was walking out of fucking Nobu getting dinner for Sam and I, and I was like, oh shit! I ran up to them, and they were like a fucking crazy fan, like they looked at me like I was some fucking mark at first, and then
yeah.
I was like, no, I work for Biscuit, blah blah, and yeah, it's cool. I got a cool photo I haven't put out yet, but with the three of us. Yeah,
Two
that was awesome.
two of your favorite worlds colliding then with music and
Absolutely,
wrestling. So
yeah. But it sucked because where I stand, like I didn't get a chance to see the wrestling part, so I had to watch it on YouTube later. So I was kind of bummed about that, but
yeah.
whatever.
Can you maybe you don't have the answer to this question, but I think a lot of people would be curious to know about this. Sometimes the set lists are very different all the time. Do you know when that gets decided or what way that comes about? A typical set list for a night.
It depends. Fred usually makes a set list, and sometimes he'll have input. You know, like I'll go in there, and he'll be like, what should we do in this place, or what should we play here, or what's a song we haven't played in a while. And I'm the asshole always throwing out like weird songs. I'm like, oh, we should play Trust, or we should play Don't Go Off Wandering, or we should play something weird. I try to throw in Just Like This a couple times, because I haven't heard that song. I think the last time I played that was like 2012 in fucking Amsterdam.
Yeah. You played Trust in Dublin though the last time I seen you guys.
Yeah, but yeah, but it's funny because you think about those memories and then like fuck, that was 5 years ago. Like, I played that song a long time.
And Trust, it was like the first song that night as well.
Yeah.
In Dublin,
but
so it was really unique.
But yeah, it kind of varies. Like Fred makes it night to night depending on the mood, or he'll come into sound check and just like have an idea and be like, oh, let's play this song. So it kind of goes like that. Before, years ago, we used to have what looked like a sushi menu with all the songs on it, and Fred would kind of like go down like ordering sushi, and then turned it into the production manager, and he'd print out the set list like that, which was pretty fun because it literally had every song on it. So you'd be like,
Wow.
oh shit, when it's visually in front of you, I think you're like, oh yeah, that song, instead of the hits, it's fun, and it'll be good for you to go to Holland because we do a lot of weird, obscure shit in Holland.
Yeah.
Like we did a lot of. I think last time I was there, we did 2 nights in Tilburg maybe, and that was the night we did like the weird set where it was all B-sides. Like we didn't play any hits that night.
Excellent.
We played Stalemate and a bunch of like album tracks, which was
so
awesome.
That may happen again.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So
I'm not counting on it, but I'm most likely because, like I said, Europe is just bigger fans of music. They don't know just the hits like America does. Like in Europe, they you guys listen to the record from start to finish. You know what I mean? So it's fucking another level, man. Like one of my favorite bands is Depeche Mode, and I've seen them in the U.S. a bunch of times, and then I saw them in Frankfurt one time, and I was like, oh, this is what it is. You know what I mean? There's another level. So music is better in Europe. Yeah.
Well, man, that's kind of a nice little catch up there together, and I do look forward to hopefully seeing you in Europe in person, maybe. And,
yeah, absolutely. Just keep in touch, and like I said, we'll iron out the details.
Yeah, and we'll have a couple of beers or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Absolute pleasure, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for having me on again, and like anytime when my drum and bass project is ready, I'll play some in Tilburg. How about that?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, just don't tell the guys. Just do it.
Yeah,
you should go on. You go on as the support.
Yeah.
There you go.
If it's ready,
that's a good idea.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Franko,
awesome.
Enjoy the lovely weather, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Later.
Thanks, man.